Hi everyone, welcome to Long Beach Forward's second 2020 Census FAQ video. I'm Diana.
I'm Andrew, the community organizer with Long Beach Forward, supporting the Best Start Central Long Beach initiative.
Yeah, and today we'll be breaking down the questions on the census that focus on why the census affects people of color and the hard to count communities, their children and families. So Andrew, to start off, we're going to talk about what the census is and how this affects them, hard to count communities and people of color. So to start off, the US Census is a questionnaire that counts every resident in the United States every 10 years. The data collected by the census determines how many number of seats each state has in the US House of Representatives, and it also is used to distribute billions of federal funds to local communities like ours. Children do get counted and are especially important because many programs for them get funded through the census count. So, Andrew, tell us, why is it important for the hard to count communities to respond to the census?
It's important for many reasons. It's important for hard to count populations to respond to the census because it ensures our communities have equitable representation and access to important resources for our community. And it's also a way for us to build community and power. As we talk with our neighbors, friends, and family about the importance of filling out the census, we build these deep relationships and networks where we're able to come together and support one another.
And these questions, how do they affect the hard to count communities?
They affect the questions directly affect the funding to programs that would directly impact them and their families and the community that they live in. The U.S. Census Bureau creates these statistics to better understand the size and the characteristics of different age groups. Agencies use this data to plan and fund government programs that support specific age groups, including children and older adults.
Okay, so people would benefit from responding to the census. People with children, families.
Exactly.
How would they benefit from it?
For every person that we get counted, our state receives $1,934. So that's more than the stimulus checks that we just received, right? And in California, there are 39.5 million people, while in LA County, there's 10 million people. 10 million people. And in 2010, 1.5 million people in California were actually undercounted. So when we do that math, right, like imagine how many millions of dollars we didn't receive because folks were not counted. And this ensures children from birth to 5 years of age, which is especially important in my work, right? Have access to critical early childhood education resources such as Head Start, WIC, SNAP, National School Lunch Programs, Children's Health Insurance Programs, and childcare for that matter.
Very important.
Yes.
So is the census safe for them to respond to?
Yeah, all of your information is protected by law and cannot be used against you by any government agencies such as ICE, which we should abolish, CPS, FBI, CIA, or any other government organizations. And especially something that we're seeing now, right, is a lot of like landlord harassment. So landlords are also not allowed to access this information.
Okay. Is there any other important information to include?
Yeah, so when including your information about babies less than 1 year old, do not write the age in months. Write 0 as the age. That might be kind of confusing for folks, but just trust us there. And just take 10 minutes of your time to fill out 10 questions that will affect the next 10 years of your life, your family's life, and right, the community.
Cool. Thank you for this information, Andrew. We hope that this simplifies responding to the census. And we hope that this clears up a little bit of any confusion you may have had when filling out the census. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.